Oh, now it's January 8th.
Oh no.
6 a.m. District Court.
Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning, Maggie.
So, what do you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well and ended up a giant mystery. That's true. We still haven't solved a single part of it yet.
Are you okay, Nick?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Of course. I saw that little flash of doubt in your eyes. No, that wasn't doubt. That was, determination. Why don't I believe you?
It's nearly time, Maggie. You better get going to the defendant's seat. Get on the seat.
Roger! Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you.
And she disappeared.
She faded out.
Hey, pal.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe.
Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that.
Sneed it? She doesn't sneed it. How did you know she was stressed and sneeded?
I was watching through the doorway. Okay.
Oh, stalker.
Yeah, like you lost the case already. It's a bit of confidence, really, pal. Here, maybe this will help.
Nail polish.
Huh? Have you taken up? My god, I know one side's therapy and the other one is aromatherapy.
Yeah.
There we go. Aromatherapy too. Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me that you don't remember this thing.
Come to think of it, that doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles.
Drugs. This is the small bottle that turned up in Tribulations' kitchen a couple of days ago. It definitely looks like drugs. Wow, look at all these little bottles.
Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many. They're overflowing onto the floor.
Wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others.
Well, what do you know? What the fuck do you know? And it doesn't have a label either.
And it doesn't smell good. No, it doesn't smell.
At all.
It doesn't smell good at all. We finally got the
Anal.
analyst results back from the lab. So what is it? Is it the poison? I'm afraid not, pal.
He's just afraid.
Yeah, it's medication.
Is it the eardrops?
I need eardrops. Medication. Yeah.
Yeah, for ears.
For ears, tropical use only, apparently.
For ears, you mean?
Yeah. It's a medication Glenn Elk was using for his ruptured eardrum.
What was Glenn Elg's ear doing at the crime of the scene?
Okay, that's all we're gonna get.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that?
Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle.
Motherfucker.
Another hour and they might have gotten something on the prints, but...
It's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence.
Okay, pal, this is it. Make sure your defense is impeccable today. Got it? Don't get pregnant.
Today's trial, pregnancy. I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done. Or my name isn't Phoenix Wright, the pregnant man. It's still the 8th.
But it's 10 a.m. and we're in a court.
And there's a man there that drinks coffee.
I also drink coffee, but not at this time. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Okay. Very good. Then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kuro. And he claimed to have witnessed the defendant putting powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank from it with his right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, it picked up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. God. Furthermore, according to the witness account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him officially deaf in that ear. Okay. It's amazing how many contradictions this case can have, huh, Nick? No. Okay. I'll enlighten you, Honor. He's gonna lighten us? Okay.
Yes.
The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it. I'm concerned.
Oh, wisdom.
You got me already. You lost me already, Mr. God. Don't let the mysterious get dirty. Modify. Mystify you today. Jeez. I thought it was gonna be like notify or something.
No.
Only losers think like that.
Okay.
You got to change with the times. That's one of my rules. Okay. Are you implying that you resolve these contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles? The old guy wasn't just sowing seed in here, he was sowing us off the sin. Aww. And today, I'll prove it.
Okay.
Very well. Let the first witness take the stand. I'm concerned. Oh, yep.
He's being sexy.
And you are?
Oh, bonjour, everyone. I am Jean Armstrong, or Jean, one of the two, the owner and chef of Le Debian restaurant in Sunday.
Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a woman?
Oh la la, monsieur. As you can see, I am le pert and perky gentleman now.
On the day of the incident, you were in Tobin's kitchen? Isn't that right?
With you, monsieur?
Huh?
Everything feels right.
Oh no.
Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy?
Very well. Your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened that day at the Tribulations.
Oui, bon Dieu. When it all happened, there was just 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experiencing with some new art deco that day. Like having a large mirror between the tablets. Tables. I also have tablets, for example. Perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. The cup, the earpiece, and the glasses. He would have seen everything in reverse now. Mirror? Oui, un grand mirror. Le most enormous mirror.
And suddenly, the mysterious disappears. Okay, the mysteries. Like I said, I keep preparing. World keeps turning, so roll with it. So roll with the punches. That would explain the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would make everything here back to your friends.
What the? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Oh no. Okay, okay, when it all happened, oh no. There were just 2 customers, And who were the 2 customers exactly? Mine is, of course, the young man who died, and the other not-so-young man.
You're referring to yesterday's witness, I presume?
What about the other man Maggie said she saw at the table? something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't planning to disclose his existence.
We need some hard evidence first before we can bring him up, don't we?
Guess I'll just have to try a different approach for the time being. You were experimenting with Art Deco? How come I never heard about that before today? You're not familiar with the language of interior design, monsieur. Please stay on topic. Now, why didn't you tell the court about this before? But I did, just a few moments ago.
Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. This deco you mentioned, are you referring to some sort of,
Deco couture?
Deco...
Yes.
Okay.
No, Art Deco. It is a style of design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior design. Walls, ceilings, carpets, that kind of thing.
Yes, of course. Deco. I don't know what.
I was trying to achieve a more effeminate look for my restaurant. I was planning the most bold remodeling of Le Deco. How big of a mirror are we talking about here? Something about 4 meters wide and about 2 meters high. Let's see if 1 meter is about 1 yard. Holy glass is in a frame, that's huge. I was intending to install it on the ceiling eventually. The ceiling? Was there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember. No. But I decided not to go through with it in the end. What should I do? Should I ask him more about the mirror or not?
Was it a mirror?
Was it a mirror?
Was there ever a mirror?
If he really had such a large mirror in the restaurant, someone would have noticed it. There's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Kudo's or Maggie's Bird's testimonies. But...
Objection!
Oh god. You didn't ask. Sorry. You have only yourself to blame for such sloppy work.
Wait.
The mirror was delivered shavings the day before the incident.
Really?
As Mr. Armstrong testifies, he was carrying out some design changes. Okay. And as it turned out, he didn't actually use the mirror in the end.
This just doesn't add up. Even if a mirror was delivered to Trace the Inn, it doesn't prove that it was in the restaurant on the day of the crime.
Yep. If you want to doubt someone, right? Look in the mirror. I'm sure the person looking back at you will be dubious enough. Okay. So the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in a mirror?
Okay. Normally, I'd expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object.
Objection!
Oh god, normally? How does normally come into this? I don't know. That's lame, right? Even for you.
Huh?
Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it? Oh, where does that leave the port-headed lawyer and the top-knot chick over there? Okay! And then the ungodly cool guy with the mask over here. Well, try... Okay, you just...
Not the hair!
I did not have a top knot! Is correct. A locket normally is no basis for discontinuing an argument.
Bien logique has won a le day.
Okay.
Everything? He would have seen everything in reverse.
Hey Nick, you should take a second and think about what old CD said in his testimony.
How did he phrase it again?
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question. You can't lock me up if I'm wrong. If it was his left ear, without a doubt. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. If he saw everything he said reflected in a mirror, then everything he said he saw on the left was actually on the right, huh?
That clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess, or does it? It's kind of hard to believe everything's the fault of a mirror, but...
Do you think old CD saw everything through a reflection?
If he did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony.
But that just makes the situation worse for Mikey. There's gotta be something in that old man's testimony. We just gotta dig deeper.
I have an idea. I gotta find it, though. Present. And I'm trying to make sure I don't press the wrong buttons here.
Yeah.
Where is he? Oh, there he is. Coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kuro's testimony for a second, shall we?
Okay, so he's wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green leans. Leans? Leans.
Leans.
Okay, so left. Caught his nose.
So, to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kuro saw all that as a reflection in a mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side. Acceptament. You must say, now that you think about it, it is not so hard now. Unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. Mr. Kuro really did see everything in a mirror. Why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of his head?
Order. This Wright is correct. If the witness generally observed the victim reflected in a mirror, then we would expect the victim's earpiece to have been over his right eye.
Yeah, because when they found his body, wasn't it in his left still?
Yeah, how bitter. Right, you should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time.
Are we talking about coffee or something completely different?
Yeah! You don't understand the way the witness thinks. Oh my god. How he thinks? You know this, I presume.
So I broke the vase. Sorry, apology. Mr. Kuro's sworn testimony?
Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit after throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And what's that most striking thing about Mr. Elg? Clearly it's the victim's eyepiece. And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elg's HMD made a big impression on the old man. Wait, is he contradicting the contradiction?
I don't know.
I saw the earpiece, these new fangled specs he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both on the left ear. Do you hear left ear? Well, right.
That's the worst but best impression of Kuro ever.
Well, I really thought he was a little CD for a moment there. Good. He's good. He's good. Enough. I must agree that yesterday this was irresolutely rash in much of his testimony. That black Nick looks like the boil of contradiction you found in just such rash. Okay. A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seats, nor can it lie. So, basically, was the old man looking at? Feel that said, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court. We're all ears.
I can explain. Please, if you look at the plans of the restaurant.
Oh no, the plans.
Hello, is everyone sitting comfortably? Lemire, it was in the middle of the restaurant, dividing the two halves. Okay. Witness. Okay. There is only one seat from which you could have seen an image of the victim. That was the seat at the table next to the victims. That was where the old man was sitting. After the incident occurred, I moved a little mirror so it was not in the way. But naturally, I did not touch anything else.
That's the new probable explanation we have just heard. From the table next to the victims, Mr. Kuro could have seen the victim in the mirror.
Oh my god, I forgot to read it. I read it in my head and I'm like,
Don't worry about it. We can keep up, except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again.
I hate that guy.
You said you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror. Are you quite sure about that?
Bon yes, of course.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you please.
So, run this by me again. The mirror was here, correct? Really? Because I know if I were you, I wouldn't have put a mirror there. It would be in the way.
Looks who's talking, Wright.
Huh?
You're abstracting my view, among other things.
But this is my seat in the courtroom.
Fate's and charm is that it gives you the impression that you're the only customer. Temporarily placing a mirror in that spot would hardly be in the way.
Good, go on.
Oh, sorry. Unlike you, Trey. Okay.
I tell you, monster, the mirror was there, in the middle of the restaurant. And where would that be? Oh la la, look how you lean towards me. I always attract the younger boys. Maybe I should keep you in suspense a little longer.
Mr. Armstrong, tell the court what you know at once.
I attract the older ones too, you know, and so shall I tease you too?
I've already seen a very hot someone, so I'm afraid you'll be waiting for a long time. I bet she has smoke on her ice cream skin and cappuccino perfume.
Dan, I will tell you, there was only one seat from which you could have seen. That was serious. The table next to the... So, why can you only see the victim from the particular seat? Monsieur, it is obvious, no? If you look at the plans, you will understand. The victim would have been reflected in the mirror like so. If you were sitting at the table next to him, you would see everything, no?
So that's the old seat he was sitting in on that day. When the poisoning happened. On the day of the accident.
The old man was sitting at the table next to the victim. Why does that seem kind of odd? After the terrible incident, I moved the mirror so it's not in the way. Did you move the mirror while Mr. Kuro was off calling the police? Oui, experiment. I carried it out of Leatherstone's. You moved a huge mirror like that all by yourself. What can I say? I know how to pick things up, Ansem.
I actually laughed at something. Well, given the physique, I suppose it is possible. Did you move anything else from the crime scene, Mr. Armstrong?
It looked like the obliging type, no? Are you sure about that? I touched nothing except the Lamia. So shouldn't the mirror have his fingerprints on it then, or...?
Yeah, Mr. Wright, is there something the witness has said that doesn't match the crime scene?
Yeah, there is. I just can't put my finger on it, what exactly.
Suffering from a case of heartburn, that's right. Okay.
Well, I have just the things for that. An oil with golden mirror and frankincense.
Add a few drops to your coffee and enjoy.
Focus, Phoenix, breathe. I need to ignore those two and just find some evidence.
Well, it's pretty strange though, isn't it? I mean, nobody mentioned anything about a really large mirror. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You think someone would have... But Maggie didn't, neither did the old CD.
And the only logical explanation is that there was no mirror inside Tribulations the other day. Now I've got to prove it somehow. I'm trying to figure out. Let's see.
Yeah.
This piece of evidence contradicts with the testimony we have heard, Your Honor.
The crime photo?
Yes. The photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist.
What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? Should not exist. It sounds like you're describing yourself, right? Oh my god. Okay. Now then, if the defense would please clarify this statement. What is this something? Show me what they taught.
Do you see the dead man? Can you find the dead man? This one, because he should have broke it.
Yeah.
No. I think it's pretty obvious that this should not be in the picture.
Vase. What possible connection does that have with this testimony?
Your Honor, I'm telling you that there should have been no vase on this table, because it very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence.
Oh yeah.
Where was it? No, seriously, where was it?
To your right.
The testimony? Was
yeah.
it? Ah, there. Right. This is one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Kuro broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, at the scene of the crime, there's a dead man and an unbroken vase on the table. Because that dead man probably didn't break the vase, he made it where he glued it back together with his own blood. Because Mr. Kuro was not, in fact, sitting at the table next to the victim at all.
Oh, don't be an idiot, right? That's impossible. He's angry. See, this is the only one Kuro could have seen the victim's reflection from. So?
Exactly. There's only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Trisbian that day.
Yeah.
Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie.
Oh my god.
It's an elaborate hoax.
Oh my god, so fucking pink. Don't try to confuse the court. Obviously, the witness that cleaned up the vase while the police were taking their time to getting to the crime scene.
Unfortunately, Mr. Go, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary in his own words. I did not touch anything else except the mirror.
So he's gonna go. Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself?
I was right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day.
In the light of this resolution, we return back to the original program. Revelation. The original problem. It's a program now. Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear she couldn't hear? Because you got one. You only get one shot in life, and there's no turning back.
As human, I don't know.
I know, right? If you want to claim that mirror wasn't there, right? Then this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw?
If I can answer this, then I'll be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it.
More people? Are you going to be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick?
There's more than just this one contradiction, Maya.
What do you mean?
Remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table. And there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies back in the face of Mr. Kuro's testimony. And I think the reason why nothing in this case is adding up.
Oh, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer.
Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradictions in Mr. Kuro's testimony is simple. This seems like more the victim was a phony.
Mm-hmm.
This case is riddled with contradictions. Yet there is one very simple answer that clears them all up.
And what is that?
The incident Mr. Kuro witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events.
Yep. What?
Yes, the victim that Mr. Kuro saw wasn't Mr. Glenn Elg at all. It was an imposter, a phony pretending to be Mr. Elg. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Just spit everywhere. Order, in the court. Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom. Hi, Rose. Why don't you clear out of here, huh? What did you say? Alright, are you saying that what Mr. Kuro saw was a setup? Yes.
Yes.
I said that before you said
that. Someone pretended to be Glenn Elg and acted out the whole coffee poison. All for the express purpose of creating a witness out of one Mr. Victor Kuro.
Get real, right? Why would anyone want to do that?
Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kuro was most insistent about in his testimony was...
The serving girl brought him but she put something in it. Yeah. That serving girl there is right defense chair. I remember her well. You only saw it back. It's so hard to believe, but...
There was one and only one reason to show Mr. Kuro this fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning coffee.
Are you saying that the witness and the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there was no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but
It's also
true. The chef was there. We could have noticed what was happening.
I thought he was talking for a second though, yeah.
Yeah, I know. If your restaurant really was the scene of such a theatrics, you would have known about that, correct? Oh yeah, he's sweating.
Oh la la. This is most difficult for me. No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify you were under oath, after all. Was there, in fact, a phony at Tribulations that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth about what happened.
The defense request for additional testimony accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day.
Oh, oui. The victim, Monsieur Elding, came to my restaurant alone. I remember the old man arrived not long after him. There was no other customers. He came. When he got word he won the lottery, El became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred. No, there was time for Phony to do the acting.
Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all.
Je vous demand pardon. Forgive me, Your Honor. I lied because I was this mess to be cleared up quickly.
What you have just done is commit perjury, Mr. Armstrong. It'll decide how to punish you later. Okay,
Oui.
I'll punish you later.
Punish me.
For now, we will hear your cross-examination, Mr. Wright, if you please.
He took that perjury charge a bit too well. But I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination.
Yep.
In the restaurant. Was he alone at the table as well? We saw him from the kitchen. Yet the defendant, Miss Bird, remembers it differently. She swears there was another man at the victim's table.
Unfortunately for you, Trite. Yesterday's witness also testified that the victim was alone. You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me of a certain coffee's bitter sweet bite. Okay.
What kind of coffee is he been drinking?
I know, right? It's not coffee, it's love. It's love that's bittersweet.
Hearing Maya say that makes her seem wise all of a sudden.
Yeah.
By old man, you mean Victor Kuro, correct? He comes often to my special coffee.
I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong.
Okay.
It's special, I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience.
Oh, you make me so happy, Monsieur. You are most welcome anytime.
I said it was worth one sip and nothing more.
So old man Kuro arrived at the restaurant around the time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail. What time was it? Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kuro arrived? Oh no, I cannot remember, monsieur.
I believe we were told by the witness yesterday. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by kind of a scary old man. Okay. Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness?
The incident happened about 20 minutes after he arrived. So the victim was arrived between 2 p.m. and 2:10 p.m. No? Just after 2, huh? Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, monsieur. You are wonderful.
I can't sit here all the time and do nothing, can I? Okay. The time of day will be added to the witness testimony.
Oui, monsieur, Judge. Everything I do it for you.
Mercy. Ben, that's friend, isn't it? No.
I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood.
He's even humming a song to himself.
Okay. Are you absolutely sure about the time? When I think really hard, I get hard. It was just after 2 we. It is the time I stopped serving letter management menu.
Correct. I was break for lunch when the restaurants are serving their specials. I've been known to wind up a case early just to make it on time. Okay.
I guess you should never get between the hungry judge and his lunch.
Oh, will you look at the time? It's almost lunchtime already.
Witness, get on with your testimony, please. So your only customer were Mr. Kuro and the victim.
Why are you objecting? How many times do you need to ask that same questions, right? You'd never catch me drinking the same blood twice.
Oh, okay. Huh?
Okay. You're trying to say I was another phony victim in the restaurant. And you're wasting time. You can't grind birdseed to make coffee, you catch my drift?
Who keeps passing him those coffees?
I know, right?
But there's a hole in this testimony somewhere, I'm sure of it.
It's fully full.
Did you see him? No, I was in the kitchen, but I heard him. I remember him shouting, yes, Alf, $1,000,000.
Presumably the defendant heard that too, then, correct?
Maggie? She looked like a poor little frightened dove. And what about Mr. Kuro? The old man choked on some birdseed that got stuck in his throat.
Seems we have yet another incident on our hands.
And what were you doing at that point? Without any customers, you must have had time to kill. I'm a multi-talented woman, monsieur. Sorry, what do you mean? There's a renowned chef, Jean Armstrong, and a tragic poet, Clarice Armstrong.
Clarice.
Put the lotion on the skin.
Yep.
Wait, I was writing a poem. An angry tale of a chef and of $1,000,000 of debt. Cooking for a man who won $500,000 on the debt fee. It is called Pourquoi. It means why. Perhaps I could recite it for the court. Please don't. You mean you contacted the police as soon as the incident occurred? I asked the old man to call from Le payphone.
By your own argument, right? The purpose of this phony victim's permit was so the old man wouldn't see it. In other words, once the incident occurred, this opportunity would completely disappear. Indeed.
Bien. Seems like the shadow of the lit out has been lifted. N'est-ce pas?
I agree, Mr. Armstrong is connected to this case, huh?
Absolutely. Someone is impersonating Mr. Elgin, and I refuse to believe he's oblivious. He was there the whole time after all.
But if you're right, wouldn't Maggie have noticed too?
She fell unconscious when the incident occurred, remember?
You mean that when the phony staged his act?
We'll know for sure once I find a hole in his testimony. I'm afraid. I'm just afraid. Greek? What do you mean? At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week, they announced the winning numbers on $500,000 lottery ticket. That must be the show Mon El was listening to.
I can't see any problem with this testimony, Mrs. Wright.
I wonder. You say the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct? Oui, I'm sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time because I had just finished serving a lunch menu.
Get to the point, Trey. If you have one. Okay.
That show is broadcast live at 1:30 p.m. and it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life.
It's on there at 1:30?
Now, supposedly the victim made some noise when it announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy would have occurred after 2 p.m. Because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time. Zoom zoom. No! The victim who we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum, catching a show that was already over, there's only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. The victim was an imposter acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder.
Hi, Stinky.
Yes, there were stinky cats there. There were 2 Glen Elg within the Trabian that day. The real Glen Elg, now dead, had been poisoned by the real killer, and the phony Glen Elg, acting out the events of Mr. Kuro to witness.
It seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time,
discrepancy.
Discrepancy.
Objection.
Quite performance, right? You were always on a roll.
I like rolls.
But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation or rhythm to build your song. Okay!
What is this? Music Theory 101?
Let's recap. Let's recap. According to your imagination theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. The phony owl is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kuro. How do you explain then where the real Glen Elg is?
I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court, however. At the time, the real Glen Elg was already dead. So is that who she saw then, I wonder? And then she fainted, so they got rid of the imposter.
Yeah. That's kind of an obvious collusion. Thank you, Trey. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say.
What?
Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours? You can explain where the missing corpse went to?
The missing corpse? It was right there in plain sight.
Yeah, according to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was phony Glen Elg, then where did the killer hide the body for the real victim of the real victim?
Yeah, you read over.
The prostitution has a valid point.
Prostitution.
Right. Prosecution. If your theory is to stand up to explanation by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question. Where did the killer hide the body?
Yes, Your Honor.
No contradiction, Try. Let's hear from the facts for once. Okay. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden.
Evidence.
What's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden? Ichigo.
Thought I had with him with that contradiction. But he turned dead all around, and now my vision is all black, and backed me into a corner instead.
Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. L concealed?
It'd have been too dangerous to take the body outside, obviously. The body must have been hidden somewhere inside Tribulations.
Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright.
Show us where it touched you. Yes, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
The actual location where the body was installed is... So... So if Kuro was sitting, like, right here... Well, he would have been... But then again... He could have been in the kitchen. Body was hidden here.
I see. Nice, supposition. Supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? Okay. Where's the evidence that provides the body was hidden in that location? Okay, we have... Yeah, because that was found in the kitchen.
Yeah. Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle? Do you realize it too? No. I have never seen that ugly bottle before in my life. That is a pretty bottle though, the blue one. I only use the very best bottles, monsieur. The highest quality only for me.
Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright?
Interesting enough, Your Honor. It was found in the kitchen of Tribulations. But I only ever use bottles of my aromatherapy oils. But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains medication.
What kind of medication?
The good kind. I'm sure everyone remembers someday that Mr. Glenn Elg and otolengicological demon clinical and was given medication that day.
You can't be serious.
The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results right here. The contents of the bottle match the prescription that Mr. Elg was given. Glenn Elg's murder hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen? Mon Dieu. Yes, you know about what I'm saying. It was you who hid the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird, however. You were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back. No!
Order, this is extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glenn Elg?
Never. I could do such an horrible thing. I don't think it was him. No. No.
He's having a,
Yeah. They're both saying no, though.
Okay, mister. The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. That's one of my rules.
You have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now?
Then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me.
You're gonna shove us down your throat?
I like to take them down with my empty cup. It's gonna throw it? Listen up, Chef. Chef, how about a brand new flavor in your my age
deficient?
Yeah, deficient friend.
Je vous demand pardon, please. You must hear me out. It is a job. Listen to me. Por favor. That's Spanish, but okay.
Oh god, that is Spanish. I know we
Yo
know the
hablo
fuck-
español.
Okay, you have the well, Mr. Armstrong and Papa is Spanish.
Yeah.
I'm only going to ask you once. Do you do it?
No. Absolutely no. I.
Let's hear it. You got one shot, right, Gramps? Witness, the court will permit you a chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Note's coffee waits you!
No.
It does wait, as does my gravel.
Wait, it is
Or
clear.
my gravel.
Yes. What do they always say in the movies? I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yup. Very well. Begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong.
Let me save though first. Okay. It is true. I ate the potty in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear it. You must believe me.
You were forced by who?
I cannot say or I will be erased. Good anime though. Let's try a different question then. When Mr. Elm died, did he shit himself? Was he really the only person at the table? There was another man. I knew it.
I keep telling the truth. You may cross the witness with your right, Mr. Wright.
With my right hand. Just do. There's just one more thing I need to do. Gotta break this guy to get him to tell us the name of the real killer. No. There we go. Where is he? Was he on the second page?
Yeah.
I like how you know what I'm doing before I even do it. Let's end this dance ring around the rosy, Mr. Armstrong. This is the man you've been referring to. My evil twin.
Who's that? I feel like I've seen him somewhere before. Yes.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a month ago in the Visfera courtroom. This man is Furio Tigre. He's the manager of loan office called Tenderlander. There's no point in trying to hide the truth anymore, Mr. Armstrong. I know you couldn't go against... Oh, I know you couldn't go against Mr. Tigre, at least not while he had this on you. It was the loan contract, right?
Right, yeah, what the fuck is that? Oh, there it is.
Donor. God, I need a drink first. $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you. Wait, it is as you say.
Mr. Armstrong!
The tiger. He told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On the day in question, he was meeting a victim to demand that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me. I had no choice. I carried the body and the inconsistent Maggie out of the dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen. think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Tongue Man.
I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison and lottery ticket that were found in the defendant's apron pocket, was that your doing as well?
No, I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie who had done it. I was not. It was despicable.
Mr. Gatto, you will summon this Kuro as a witness. I doubt that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for the day. Proceeding will continue tomorrow, because it's lunchtime. 30 minutes. What? The trial will go on. I'll see it to myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more.
How the...
Don't sit back and relax yet, Trey. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not.
Or that's actually his accent.
Yeah, this trial could still go either way. So, very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Gatto. We will resume once Mr. Chai is ready to take the stand. Until then, Tower is adjourned for a 30-minute recess.
Recess!
Okay.
Whee! We'll go on the slide.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Just imagine they had an actual recess and then the attorneys got to, like...
Go on the slide.
Go and get the swings and shit.
On a playground. Looking great. That'd be hilarious though. Okay. Still court.
It's the 8th.
So you're finally going to see the tiger on the stand. We've got this case won now, Nick.
Wish I could agree.
Huh?
When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, my brain didn't want to work for a second.
No.
He said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Godot picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth.
You think Mr. Armstrong was lying?
I don't know, but if that's the line the prosecution takes, we could get in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're going to need.
Hey, pal.
Hey, pal. Detective Gumshoe, pal.
What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your hair is standing up on end. Hey, that's Paul. Paul? Call the black little Miss Top Knot. Why is he such a bitch? It's not Top Knot.
Never mind the hair. Just calm down, alright?
I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do. I'll kind of get wound up.
No kidding.
You gotta have something to do. You gotta have something you need me to do, pal. Anything?
Well,
It's like a dog. Hey, I gotta take a jog back down to the precinct.
he is a dog.
I could get some prints salad for you if you got an hour.
An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then.
But Nick, we still don't have a really defensive piece of evidence, right?
True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out on the bag, we're really stuck. You said you could get fingerprints analysis done in an hour?
You bet.
In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me? The small butthole. Take that! Take that! Just throw it in his face. If you're going to the station anyway, could you find out whose prints are on this?
Oh, hey, that's the small bottle I gave back to you this morning, right?
Yeah, I think it's time we solve the last mystery of who the prints on this belong to.
Sure thing, pal. Actually, that's because that's been going on me too.
Small bottle given to Gimshoe.
Okay, I get this off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the keys before I get back. Okay.
We'll see about that. This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess. Final brain cell.
It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys. Like, oh my god.
The phonies from the real phonies.
Oh my god.
Is number 4 in the courtroom.
Yeah. Kurt will now road for Gato. Did you find this Hirotega? I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job, no problem.
Tamed? The guy's name may be Fruit Tiger, but come on.
It's pretty lively. You be careful. He still bites. Very well, please show Mr. Taiga to the stand. Okay.
He's so
He
angry.
stares. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Rar.
Don't hide under the table, Maya, unless there is room for me down there too.
Would you mind? What do you say to me? Nothing? I didn't say nothing, honest.
Who could have guessed the fear would induce a bad, broken accent to the judge?
I got business to take care of, you hear me? Who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spikey?
No, of course not. It was the judge. Your Honor?
Oh dear, I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Don't mind me, just carry on with the proceedings as normal.
That's it, we're doomed.
Maybe you didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was that calling me in here? There's no need to shout. We can all hear you. How's to say? There's no point struggling. You're caught in a snare. A snare of the law. Okay.
The law.
I'm the one that hauled you in.
Too cool.
Don't let him get the better of you, Nick. Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct? Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, mess boy. You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird? I mean, Maggie who? I've got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas. Of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then? Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder. Fuchs, right?
That's me.
Who's the one who set this up, didn't ya? Oh, you're the one. God. Who's gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur? You hear me with that I'm saying?
No. Maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today.
Oh my god.
Tiger ain't got no alibi. That's...
Meow.
Meow.
Okay, he knows nothing about murder, but I mean, he's the murderer. Perhaps. So this, in some last years, spent all my time in my office. I got bills lined up to borrow cash from Tenderlander every single day. Who's wanna check my alibi? Just ask Violet.
Violetta.
At last I found a pen. Well, then, Mr. Wright, your custom, please, Was it? Please, witness, if you could refrain from shouting out like that. I know what kind of games this guy in the blue plays. Jesus. Well, life ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at a stupid till he wins.
True. Low life. Me?
Listen up, smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, okay? I'm gonna bill you $5,000 and you're just gonna borrow the cash from me. I'm concerned.
That's one loan contract I refuse to sign.
I don't think it ain't gonna hurt when you're tangled with the tiger. Draggle?
The draggle.
Okay. Heh. I love a good sport. Just a minute. That's really not... This witness is... How can I put it? A hungry tiger from the urban jungle. Get on this bad side and he will bite everyone's heads off. Yours too. Very well. I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here. Okay! You better be listening. I said I got business to take care of, big business. And if I don't split now, I ain't gotta catch my bus. Okay. The court will pose a penalty for any individual pressing of witness testimony. Okay. I'm concerned. Keep that in mind as you being cross-examined, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You can do this, Nick!
Come out from under there already, would you, Maya?
No.
Okay. Tied up in business. Spent all my time. Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know.
You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secrecy is. Okay.
Secretary.
Secretary is. And security.
Yes. Sharp. Is he talking about Viola Catarini?
She was everything in my schedule. Yes, schedule?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Catarini sounds like a fucking Harry Potter spell.
It fucking does. December, mainly in the office, that's what it says, so that's where I was. It seems like a rather sketchy schedule.
There he goes again. The Tiger did all of December isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder from 2 years from now. Mr. Tiger.
What do you want?
If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail?
This is a dead end, right? You know it. Remember the rules.
No. It's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately.
I agree.
The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too?
Maybe. Who's ain't listening? Of course I was there. I never set a foot outside. I had nothing all day with a bunch of cats wanting to do business with me. I ain't never seen that guy, that young kid before. Okay. I do believe the witness's last statement was important. Mr. Gara, if you could please. Mr. Tiger, the court asked you to add that last statement to your testimony.
Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor. Ask him yourself. Okay.
Talking about the office. Do I never saw the kid before? Sure.
I never saw. Okay. Hold on. Their calendar.
Yeah.
Okay. Where was the horse thing?
Horse.
Mr. Tiger, you claim you didn't know Mr. My brain is going faster than my mouth, I think.
I know, yeah.
But it appears that Mr. Elg knew you.
What?
Mr. Elg left his little note on his calendar. Meet with the Tiger, and the date, December 3rd.
December 3rd. That's the day of the murder.
So, Mr. Tiger, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenelg. Because on the day of the incident, you met with him.
Not bad. He's actually not bad. Okay.
Sorry.
I was just messing with you to see how good you were. Okay. Did you hear that, Nick? You said you're not bad.
That's one compliment I can do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth.
Witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
He's calling me a liar. Is that what you're doing?
Is he Scooby?
So, you're saying that your claim to have never seen the kid before is the truth? I said I'm dead serious to believe that's truth. Huh. Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic.
Oh my god.
That is, will you testify for the court again, Mr. Taiga? Oh yes, would you mind indulging the court witness?
He never actually met the victim. It's not... That's got to be a lie right there. It's time to nail this guy.
Nailed him on post.
The victim, Glenn.
No, I never met Glenelg. Okay. There was some lame guy with that name, though. Wanted to borrow cash from me. I set a meeting with the guy at my office, tender lender. I waited around for him, but he ain't ever showed. I ain't never even been to that Tribulation joint you was here. I see. That all seems perfectly logical. You had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up. I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead. Very well.
True.
You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Is that what I should tell people? I'm dead. I can't keep appointments.
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? Probably drugs. Hey, gotta make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. Okay, that bill's gonna straight to you, right? Oh no!
Okay, what do I have? Job listing, scooter. Oh yeah, matches used for advertising found lying in the tender lender. Mr. Tiger, you're lying. Is there?
Yeah.
You like this matches? Explain.
Matches. What are you talking about? About.
A boot. We found them in your office at Tenderlander. They're from that restaurant.
What?
If you've never been to the Trading Bean before, what was a book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk?
He's been snooping around my office stuff now too, wise guy. Were you on my ball and chain? Ain't no board controlling me. Oh my god. Order, well, witness? I think it's time you start telling us the truth, don't you? Rawr. Sorry, I'm terribly sorry, forgive me. Ain't no pussycat, I don't go back on what I said. But, okay, I was at the joint that day.
What?
Well, listen good, alright? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid. Well. Looks like an order just came in from another testimony.
I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glenn Elg that day, and he put poison in the coffee. He must have. I still think it was Viola from behind.
Yeah. This is me with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid over the tables, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. He stilted. I heard the cops' sirens on my way out, and I was straight back to my office.
How do you end up with the matches, though?
I see. Didn't actually meet with him in the end then. Yeah, there was an end though. Well, Mr. Wright, your customs name, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it. If it went around here any longer, ain't even gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions. No problem. Anytime Wright presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays plentifully. Mr. Gato, that's my job. Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it. Yes, sir. Special Express isn't she right? So, just so yours know since you're playing. Oh god.
Oh man, doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here?
Nope.
I have an idea. I just gotta read again. Okay. I think it was this one. And what's it? So if you open the door, he couldn't have saw because of that. There was shit blocking it.
Yeah.
You're something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tiger?
No one escapes the tiger's clutches.
Well, I'm something of a lie detecting pro. I know it escapes Phoenix clutches. I think it's time we got something straight.
Was this right? A new line of your irrelevant questioning?
These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tiger. From there, your field of vision would have covered an area like this.
Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat. Isn't that just why I said I saw the back of the kid's head?
Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. If the court would think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition.
What? That's true.
Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here.
Oh, he's
now,
sweating.
He's crying.
Crying from his skin.
Yes. So from the entrance of Tribulations, you couldn't have seen the victim's scene. But you did see the victim that day because you met with him.
Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at this table.
But the defense just proved the point to the moot. What? I don't know what I just said, but okay.
I don't know either.
The victim witness, Mr. Kuro, was not Glenn Elg, but a fake.
What?
In order to have Mr. Kuro falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted out a charade.
That will do.
That'll do, pig.
This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was this real killer? Who impersonated the victim? Who touched me? Who say is the killer Who you say the killer murdered Glenn Elg and then impersonated his victim in a performance for Victor Hudo. In that case, Mr. Wright revealed that any of the criminal to the court. He's also a victim.
Yes. Oh wait, he's on the second page again.
Oh. There.
Obviously, the killer's Furu Tiger. No one could have done it. No one else could have done it.
What? Well, witness? Now that's cute. You think you can pin this on the tiger?
Yes.
Maybe use don't understand the tiger is king of the jungle. So I dared you to say it again. Come on, you got the guts? All the guts. Yep, threaten me, Mr. Tiger. It's the defense. Go on, tell the witness it's right.
Hi.
Mr. Wright. Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You got guts, I'll give you that. Mr. Wright, do not leave me to handle this alone. Perhaps I can end this embarrassment. Just got out.
Hi.
Meow.
Okay, you need to lay down.
Let's just go back over Mr. Kuro's testimony one more time. I'm purring in my eardrums.
Oh, it's him purring.
Yeah. The old man didn't see just the victim. Oh no, no, no. The servant girl brought him, don't you know, but she put something in it. There's no question about it. Very seriously, but some white powder in there. Okay. Was the victim who saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains he saw he's put the poison into the coffee.
Zim is doing bread on my leg and it hurts.
Yeah. Yes, it was a witness who poisoned the coffee.
Very impressive, Mr. Kuro. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack.
Found your pen at last, right?
It was in my pocket. Anyway, Mr. Kuro witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenelg, and the waitress from behind.
Yes, your point, Mr. Wright.
I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Mr. Glenelg was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show.
What, you mean the witness was an imposter as well?
Defendant Miss Bird fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her.
Who on earth was it? Who was this witness that Mr. Kuro witnessed? Who was the witness witnessed? Waitress!
The witness? Katarini.
Who's this woman?
Her name is Viola Katarini. She's an employee of Tenderlander.
Who's making a big mistake? Do you know who Viola's grandfather is? You bet you'll be going home in our armed truck tonight, if you know what I mean. Okay. Threats. I'm shaking me.
Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, has stated the following. Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy, and she had a kind of cracking laugh. There were just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table, who nobody but Miss Bird seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when the eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour after it was over. There's only one logical explanation that clears up all these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice. Once for real and once for a show. And Mr. Furo Tiger, the only person who could have committed the crime, is you. And this purring cat.
Witness, what have you got to say? That's cute.
Aw, thank you.
Sorry? Yes, alright, I could do with a guy like you around. I'm concerned.
What do you mean?
Okay, I'm in on this game. I gotta have charter a jet to get me to my meeting now, but okay, I'm concerned. I gotta give you one more thing to think about before I go.
Something to think about.
You got it all wrapped up nice, huh, right?
Ow, he really fucking got me with his claw.
No, but is missing one thing, real important thing.
But that can't be.
I was in the joint that day and I met that kid too.
Huh?
But I couldn't have poisoned him who's here. What? Do you really expect us to believe you know Mr. You know Mr. Tiger? Huh. What a troublesome maker.
Troublemaker.
Looks like you're going to need another one for a road. Okay. One more steamed cup of hot testimony. Indeed. Witness, you will explain yourself to the court. But it will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at Tribulations when before you were yourself and the victim?
Ties to the victim.
Okay, yeah. I loaned Ella cash about $1,000.
$100,000. Yeah.
That day, he was due to have a little chat. That kid had hit his payback date, see? Anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won $500,000. We got lucky, you know? Real lucky. Is that, if that waitress hadn't done what she done, everything would have been over. Now, I see that principal amount you loaned to Mr. Elg was fuck. 50,000. 50. Yeah. Well, you got the
Claws.
to take this into account. Interest builds up fast, you know?
That's the faster than fast. $100,000 is twice as principal.
And their payment deadline was 3rd December, the day of the incident in question. Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got the $500,000 in just in time. So I ain't have no reason to kill the kid.
Yet.
If I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case.
His motive? He has to have one, but what is it? Thing is, he said what she did at the last thing, so curious. Waitress, you mean?
The girl with the glasses and the fence shirt. Who else would I mean? If she hadn't got in the way, things would have been a bit of a bing bong boom over the done with. Okay.
Yeah, she pushed the. Oh god. I almost pressed the button. What do you think? What do you mean things would have been over and done with?
I guess. Well, what I'm talking about, the cash. I was there to get my $100,000 back. That's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before that witness got in the way. As far as I can tell from the witness's testimony, then cooping his loan, Mr. Che had no motive for killing the victim. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect what you just said.
Tiger's motive, huh?
Yeah. Okay, let's just have no reason to kill the guy. Okay.
No reason to kill the guy. I mean, actually, where is it?
Oh, that, yeah.
Potentially worth millions of dollars. Yeah. So you just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. Elb owed you, correct?
I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right.
No. Unfortunately for Mr. Elg, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were really after.
Oh god. What are you getting at, Trey? What else would a moneylender be after other than money and
Getting beat up by a cat.
Murdering. Cats do murder.
Oh, the moneylender was after money, but money in a totally different league. The kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch.
What is that?
A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber.
Computer virus? What does one of these do?
Computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the insides of a computer. It's like an STD.
A computer? What does one of these do?
I guess the beard isn't the only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age. Explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million in the black market.
Several $1 million.
Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glenn Elg had no way to repay the money is crucial.
What?
Glenn Elg was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elg was put up in order to borrow the money.
Objection!
You're trying to suggest the witness motivated was to get hold of the program?
Exactly.
The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he is by no means an idiot, right? A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resourcing to murder.
Of course he could, provided that he had time. But what if he had needed the money right then? When the pressure's on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear.
It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. You care to share it with the class? Why did Mr. Tai need money to the tune of $1 million?
God.
Was it the accident?
The medical bills,
yeah, where was
that?
it? Like that one?
Oh.
Yeah.
In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. About 6 months ago. You were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you?
Bang.
An accident involving a car and a scooter in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery.
How much it is? Do you know? No.
These medical paper documents the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million. And yet, when the payment was due last month, you somehow managed to pay it in full.
$1 million. Patasha's son. Someone should sue these MMOs.
Okay.
No one would pay a bill like that. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as dead as a morgue.
But Mr. Tiger had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it.
Rawr. Order. You say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright?
Indeed it did. Simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Catarini.
Did you say Catarini? Yes!
Yes! Bruto Catarini, mob boss, is in charge of all the underworld activities in the city, and doting grandfather to his precious Viola, also known as Viola Catarini. Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Bruto Catarini demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glenn Elg's life to pay for your debt. He sacrificed him. On the day of the murder, Mr. Tiger's sole intention was to get his hands on the CD. Mr. Glen Elg had no way of paying back the $100,000, but Mr. Tiger knew it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tiger would prefer to say never happened, but he can't, and neither can I.
The lottery win.
Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Glen Elg won $500,000 in the lottery, which left Mr. Tiger with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way. That's a hand.
Sprinkle, sprinkle!
He just putting sugar in there. So he resorted to illegitimate means.
That's crazy.
He murdered Glen Elg and then made his next move. To frame Maggie Bird for the crime.
For the crimes.
Mr. Tiger posed Glen Elg, while Viola Cadaverini played the role of Mrs. Bird. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. Birdseed Man. The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Victor Kuro.
Listen, like I said, right, that's crazy. No one can pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the chef could have been kept in dark about it.
But Mr. Armstrong was in it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Godot? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too, $500,000 in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tiger's plan.
Yeah, he's just been silent.
Yeah, swilent.
Or silence. Oh, okay. You put on a good show, Spiky.
Yes.
If you want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You're saying I dressed up like that kid, created a witness, and framed someone? Yes.
Yes.
If I did something crazy like that, I'd have leave a trail as bright as my shirt. Ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that.
Yes, you are. I agree.
You do?
Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out.
What? Another one? Mr. Wright? Interesting. What do you fill us all in, try? What was this trick you say, Mr. Hepburn, to frame the execution?
The badge, the fake badge, the fucking fake badge. I hope this is it. Present the badge. Okay,
what on earth is that? One insult to think anyone could be fooled by such a childless invitation. I know, right?
Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tiger, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago in this very court, you posed as me.
What? That's...
Against the law. The truth.
But... the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Although... now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? I know about it was you standing here at this very court a mere month ago.
Moment. Oh no.
The Phoenix Wright put you up. Who put up the most
disreputable,
shabby defense I had ever seen. I heard that Gramps proved attorney who were sons like he was here a month ago was this man. Are you prepared to take the stand? Testified that it was him. Do it.
Hey. Hey. He's
yeah. Oh.
I wouldn't
do something like that.
I'm like getting too into it. I'm thinking it's my lines.
You made a mistake, right? If someone else, huh?
Have you no pride, sir?
This is a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, right here in court, you deal with people's lives.
Yeah.
Mr. Kato is right.
Your Honor?
Speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced. The authority in question was a witness standing there before me now. However, I preside over this court as the judge with the best power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it.
No.
Yep. If the defense has no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness. The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tiger have this for us, sure, but not conclusive. Conclusive?
Cthulhu.
Wait, come so far! You say he impersonated Glen Elk, you say he impersonated you. But no, that adds up to murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee.
Not yet.
Oh. Okay. It sucks to be you, right? That must be the tiger. If you're gonna get mauled yourself. Got that.
All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit, but I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt.
Mm-hmm. Looks like I won't be needing a refill.
If I just had one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence and maybe I could get Maggie off the hook.
Was this Cautious is over? You are free to go, Miss Tiger.
No.
No. Yeah. Your Honor, sir. Wait. Detective. He was the anime girl for a second.
He was. Detective Gumshoe.
Sorry. I took so long, pal. I staked everything on this, my badge, the works. So here it is, my heart's counting on this too. What is it, detective? Isn't honest, pal? It's a final piece of evidence. What?
It's they still.
Sorry, it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results from the lab.
Results?
But prints fell from this medicine bottle. Oh, so did you know who the prince was? You think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know now. Of course. So tell us the tiger's right? I knew it! You bet. Clear as crystal, all over the bottle. Here's Tiger's paw prints all right. That's great! We got him now, Nick! What's wrong with you? You haven't said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. He's laid everything on the line for this, Nick.
I know, look, I'm sorry, this is kind of hard to say, but Luna, what the fuck? It really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on the bottle now.
Huh? What? But why not?
What we need to produce at the stage in the trial is irrefutable evidence that the tiger put poison in Glen Elk's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on the bottle, that really doesn't make any difference now.
I knew it. Great, no matter how hard I try, I never have any use. Hey, don't be so hard on yourself. This is a chance to help Maggie. And I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. It's alright. I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news to me, pal.
It's her.
It's her.
Detective Gumshoe?
Hey!
Okay, you claw on that over there. You've been working on something for me.
I'm sorry to let you down, Maggie. Rules. I know you didn't do it. And I am a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get out of your hair. Okay, one sec.
Detective Gumshoe, wait! He's gone.
Isn't there something we can do now, Nick?
Wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it. Bottle.
Bingy pins.
It's 304.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
I granted you a recess so you could prepare this defendant's evidence you've discovered.
Yes.
Don't keep us in suspense, Trite. Show us. Naturally. We can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court, can't we?
Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste.
How much more time are you gonna waste? Ain't been to no court before? But you lawyers sure know how to blow things out of proportion. No doubt. Given the nature of the evidence, it'll speak for itself. Nevertheless, you talk. I'll just through it, Mr. Wright.
Well, I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. I'm really backed into a corner here, but maybe if he thinks he's got me beat, he'll let his guard down a bit.
Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright.
Okay. This is the defense's final piece of evidence.
Isn't that the victim's?
Your Honor, naturally the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting enough, new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belong to you, Mr. Tiger.
What? Mr. Wright, what conclusions are you hoping to draw from this new information?
Everyone here knows what this bottle contains, except one man. One person's courtroom should thoroughly be in the dark.
My prints are on that fancy-looking bottle, and is that what you're saying? Well, what the hell is in it anyway?
Phony trial, a phony lawyer, and a phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence. Mr. Tiger, this is the decisive evidence that will prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains potassium cyanide. This bottle contains potassium cyanide.
Potassium cyanide?
The poison used to murder Mr. L, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. On this bottle, Mr. Tiger, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that?
You make a good clown, you know that?
What?
Who ain't ever gonna get this to stick? You're gonna make me laugh now.
Hi, Luna.
You think a cheap bluff like that is gonna fool the tiger?
A bluff.
I can see through you, Phoenix, right? You very thin. That ain't the bottle with the cyanide in it.
No, this is the bottle we found traces of poison in.
Don't mess with the tiger, or you're gonna get ripped to shreds. He just called on one, so cyan bottle was brown. It was made of glass.
Ooh.
That cheap piece of trash. Don't look nothing like it. Yep.
Hi.
Sometimes you gotta fib to get the truth from someone.
Mm-hmm. got him. At last.
What? Was everyone quiet? Gone quiet? I said that bottle.
Is this the bottle you're referring to?
Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle the cyanide was in. But you ain't gonna find my prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy-looking suit fool you, people. That lawyer is just playing games. Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor, tell that guy what we were to go. You still haven't figured out. Don't you realize what you just said? What I said? What did I just say?
Ow!
Ow.
You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, there's a cat climbing the leg again, you shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. But just now you slipped it up in front of every single person in this courtroom. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison.
You don't know who you're messing with. I'm Tiger, and I control millions of dollars on the black market. Okay, black market man? He was thinking I'm gonna let some jumped up suit get the better of me.
Sure, the last piece of evidence was phony. But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with a phony lawyer. It was all played out by you. The biggest phony of all.
Is he gonna ascend?
He's ascending. Oh, Jesus.
Elaborate plan gone to, Oh, he blew up.
What?
The lights go out? What's going on?
It looks like a blackout. Ow.
Oh. Well done. Right. Oh god, it's... Oh, okay. I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you. Oh.
Fucker?
Savor it. Well, you watch the police restrain your prey. Mr. Wright, you caught a tiger by his toe, but if this one hollers, he won't be let go.
No.
Now then, how are things going with Mr. Tiger, Mr. Caught He's being arrested. He's being arrested on suspicion of murder of Glenelg, and Your Honor. Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. This bird was found guilty in the absence of genuine defense attorney.
Yes, she was.
And in the absence of genuine evidence. But the tiger made one mistake. Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue of the dog. Kuro Tiger is truly a frightening criminal. Yeah. The truly frightening one is that defense attorney over there.
Ditto.
Well, I am now in a position to deliver my verdict. This court finds Maggie Bird not guilty. Okay. This is all. This court is adjourned. Still generate.
Mr. Wright, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, Maggie!
I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago, but now I feel like I can forgive him. Hey, that wasn't me, Maggie. That was the tiger.
Look, Nick! In the doorway!
Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, I guess I'll be heading off then.
Wait.
Okay.
Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations, Maggie.
Thanks.
I knew you were innocent all along.
Why didn't you say that in your testimony then?
Huh? Oh. Well, I was... Well, I guess I'll be heading off then. See you around.
Wait up, Detective. He just ran off.
Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle.
That wasn't even in use.
It was, but...
It's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles. Poor guy. Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him.
Can't you put in a good word for him, Nick?
Yeah, Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Maggie, you know, Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all this. I wanted to believe that, sir. But on the first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up. He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He had to report the facts. He doubted me. That's why he thought I might have done it. Gotta prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know, I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom. Is it the food?
Lunchbox? Yeah.
Here you are, a present to celebrate your freedom. That's a present from Detective Gumshoe made with a ton of love.
He said you lost weight and he was worried about you.
Detective Gumshoe. I actually really like weenies, you know? Oh, dog stomach.
Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know?
Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it? Is it okay if I eat this now?
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh my god, cute.
So, how is it, Maggie?
It's really good. So the case of the phony versus genuine comes to an end. Goodbye, Zoe. The false allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up. And who knows, maybe a whole new chapter of her life is something.
I think beginning or something.
Yeah. Recipe for Turnabout, the end.
Oh my god. So long.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Turnabout beginnings. Okay.